So before doing the testing, we'll try to understand our application, how it's working, how Kafka is helping to deliver the events to the inventory or the consumer, how it's updating the databases, those things. Then after that we'll jump to the testing part. So this is the front end, our e-commerce application. As you guys can see, we're triggering the orders to get the relevant orders here, just to make sure we are seeing the up-to-date products on this page. Nothing much. And from container, we can open this Kafka UI URL, which one I have already opened here. So let me just refresh this. So this is the Kafka UI where we can see all the events and their status. Then this is the producer, which is written with Spring Boot, and where we can send the payload to create a new order. Then this is the consumer, where we can query or ask about our order status, product status. Then this is the backend. Let's try a happy path. I I'm gonna select some of the products. So here you can see there are 48 products here. Let me just cross check with database. So this is the product one, and there are 48 present in stocks. So I'll be going to add five number of products here, right? One, two, three, four, five, and we'll be going to place order. Okay, so let's see the post request. This is the post request where we send the product details. This is the customer ID, the product ID, and the quantity and the price. And we got the response from the producer, which is telling the event is published successfully and status is success. Also, it gave us a order ID, right? So our expectation is this particular order event should be present in Kafka. We'll jump to the Kafka UI. We'll go to the topics, and in the topics, we'll select the order topics. We'll go to the messages. We'll go to the latest message. So then this message, we can see the same information: customer ID, product ID, and number of quantities, 5, prices, and status. Along with that, we will see the order ID. Correct. Now we'll go to the database, and if we'll see if the number got updated correctly or not. So we are expecting there should be 43, which is correct. That means consumer able to receive the event from the Kafka and able to process it. After that, it's able to save those details to the database. Right. We'll go to the shop and we'll refresh this page and we'll see the stock is 43 now. So this is a sample happy path. Correct. What if the database server is down? So let's try to reproduce the scenario. What I will do, I'll be going to select some of the products. Again, I'm going to select 10 products. Then before placing order, what I will do, I will stop the container, the database container. Let's do that. Why we are doing is we are trying to make this database service unavailable to our system, right? So when I will place order, right? Let's see how the producer and the consumer are processing this flow. To see that, we will be going to open the producer app log, right? Let me just clear everything out, and I'm going to place order. I just placed order, okay, and we can see this producer received the order request. It's telling product v1, we selected quantity 10, and it's, it's trying to attempt to publish this order to the Kafka order topics where it's created an event, right? This is the event ID, and it's able to successfully send this event to the Kafka, which having offset 3. Now we'll go to the Kafka, we'll refresh the page and we'll see the third event. So where you can see the same event ID is present or not. So you can see the same event ID and the order ID also same. Correct. That means this event is present. Now the next flow is this event should reach to the consumer because our consumer is running fine. So we'll jump to the consumer app and we'll see the log, and we can see here. Just let me check it out. Okay. As we can see, it's trying to connect to the database, but it's not able to connect. That's why it's not trying to consume that particular event and trying to preserve the offset so that next time when database will come online, it can try to consume from the same offset, right? As you can see, it's tried once, twice, and thrice, right? And it's continuously telling it's waiting for the database to become available. So this is a kind of scenario where the Kafka is helping us to hold those events, right? That means if server went down, still Kafka is holding our events, our orders. So we are not going to lost those orders, right? So in later, if we are able to fix our server and servers are coming up and running, that time we can again take these events from the Kafka and we can process it, right? That's why Kafka is making our system fail safe, right? So what I can do is now I will make this server, MongoDB server available. Okay, so let's do this one, and I will jump to the consumer app log, and we can see it's telling database connection restored now, and it's updating stock for product P1, and it's telling successfully processed and committed order. So this is the order ID, which one was present here, right? This one was pending, this particular event, the same order ID. So once the database came online, consumer retried to connect to the database and pull that particular event from the Kafka and processed it and store to the database, right? So what we are expecting is in database the number of stock should update now, right? It was 43 earlier and 10 order we placed, so it should be 33 now. So let me refresh, and as you can see this particular stock got updated, right? So this is one of the feature of Kafka, how it's helping us to make our microservices architecture loosely coupled and still adhere to the situation where the chances of services or databases or backend uh, is more chances there to fail, right? Or this is how the Kafka is helping us to make sure Even though if some of the server or services is down, we'll be still able to keep our events and important information so that when those services will start running, they can use those events and process it, right? In this way we'll be not lose any of the important data.